Welcome to AlexandApp.com. We're going through the best of 2015 in video games this year, and we have best gameplay innovation for 2015. It's really hard for me to kind of like, when I go and do best gameplay innovation, to come up with like what was innovative this year, because I mean, 2015, like we've had so many years of video games. It's kind of hard for like companies to come up with something innovative, but Super Mario Maker, I felt like, was kind of innovative with the creating
the drag and drop, the fact that it was like live and it was happening and it was like all working.
Yeah.
I mean, you've done that before with Little Big Planet, but you didn't do it with the precision that you did with having the gamepad, being able to flip through the tile sets and stuff like that. It was much easier.
Yeah.
And it's a cumbersome things and made them just like, oh, this is fun to build a level.
Yeah, anybody could pick it up.
I can make a level that's really complex in like 10 minutes, where if I did that in Little Big Planet, it would take me a good month. And that's like a huge thing to me that they were able to squeeze it down. But a more innovative thing to me with the use of the gamepad was the way Splatoon used the gamepad to show the map. Super simple, super basic. You wouldn't, on paper, you wouldn't be like, why is that innovative? Yeah. It's just because of the way that added to the gameplay in a way no second screen experience has ever added to the gameplay for me. Because if there is no gamepad with Splatoon, it's not as fun of a game. Because the gamepad's, like, the map is going to be on the corner of the screen or in some weird area, and it's not going to work right. I loved looking down and seeing the different paint all over the map.
Huh. I kind of agree, but I feel like if it was right in front of me in a corner, because all you were using the map was just to see what section was painted and what wasn't.
And where you need to go.
If it was already in front of me, like up in a corner, I didn't have to look away. I could have just kept rolling.
And how big are the maps?
They're really small. They're really small.
So, I mean, all you can just
you could have thrown in there,
the
but
other colored painted areas is what you have to go for.
And you could just double tap one of your dudes and jump to them, but...
Alright, it was innovative use of the Wii U gamepad for a map.
For one of the
it's
best
a very
maps.
specific category that I
best
just
map
invented.
innovation.
Because if you have a 3DS, I feel like the second screen on 3DS has been utilized like this year with Monster Hunter and the map.
Man, this is really hard because the Super Mario, I don't feel also did anything groundbreaking. It's like it worked and it just did, just like Splatoon, it did it really well.
But as like that was your screen, I mean, I don't even have to look at the main screen. Like I felt like I was only looking at the gamepad, and that was just used for everything.
But it wasn't innovative. It's something that really has been done before.
Not this year. In 2015, what other game had you dragging and dropping and creating maps and like flowing through them and creating traps? And
but I feel like you could have done just like
and...
look at the complex things people did in Little Big Planet. You could have done that in Mario Maker with a controller. You didn't need to have that second screen experience to do that, because people made even more insane things in Little Big Planet.
But I
than
feel
they had
like
in Mario
if
Maker.
Little Big Planet had that,
it would have been better
innovation.
But that's not so much. It's just like because the Wii U has a gamepad, right? Like Super Mario Maker wasn't. Nintendo Wii U wasn't built for Super Mario Maker. Super Mario Maker was built on the Wii U.
Yeah.
So the gamepad was there. It was just something they had and they could use it.
But you could flawlessly flip between it, where in
it
Little
worked.
Big Planet you had to execute the whole stage and then.
I think it was more of a control thing, like we talked one of our other awards, best controls. It just worked.
So what else do we have for innovation then? So we're kind of already.
I don't know.
We already X'd out two that I thought were good. What else do we have left here?
How about that Batmobile we got this year?
No, it was a car. It drove. And there's nothing innovative about that at all.
Just the fact that we get to play it in a Batmobile.
You just need to talk about Batman in every category. It's going to be the most mentions of the year is Batman for no reason. No goddamn reason except Tristan loves comic books.
I feel like you should be wearing the bat suit right now. Like just like Batman. Undertale had a kind of innovative battle system in it
I think that would be my favorite one this year.
Incorporating like all these crazy mini games, almost like bullet hell shooter mini games.
Yeah, it was like a bullet hell shooter.
Like to do your battling, so anytime you attacked or were defending, like you had like this little screen and you were kind of moving around dodging. You were dodging the hearts, or you were
the heart dodging things,
dodging all sorts of attacks, and like there's little patterns and stuff.
And the boss battles got really complex, and they did really neat things, and it was just it took a normal RPG fighting mechanic and made it interesting.
Because it also had so that was like the attack and defense phase, but it also allowed you to talk to the enemies and use different abilities. So it was the classic battle system with something that engaged you actually, so you weren't just staring at a bunch of numbers flying across the screen.
Yeah. So what was a specific innovation for it though? Like if you had to put a title on it?
The battle system, I guess.
Yeah, the battle system was innovative for an RPG. It was not done. I haven't seen like the mini game like that done.
No, it was like made you want to play that game more. It made you want to do the little
And
battles.
you guys were showing me, and it did look impressive. I haven't seen something like that before, so in a way, that is innovative.
Yeah, dude, I totally agree. And we also have on the list Mad Max.
I love that.
Letting you know what was
It's so dumb, but the first time it happened, I was like, holy shit, Mad Max just told me I got all the little collectibles in this area. That's like a huge thing. Because like in these open world games, like sometimes you're in The Witcher and you know there's like 10 things you need in this area.
Mm-hmm.
But
You'd
I
be
don't know if I
looking
got them
forever.
all. I'm like
Yeah.
looking behind these things. Did I get everything? Because I don't know if there's like more shit in these treasures or underneath these trees. But in Mad Max, I'm like, all right, got everything done. I'm going to move on.
Because I
It's
think
so
in
dumb,
like The
but
Witcher
so
and stuff
great.
like that, they respawn. So like shit is
Mm-hmm.
respawning all the time, so you really don't know if you did. And the Mad Max, what would it do? Like let you know that you got everything.
You can grab the treasures and gears and
Yeah,
the
and then it would
parts.
say on the screen that everything's clear in that area.
Gotcha.
So I
okay.
don't, yeah, then you're like, okay, I don't have to worry about it. I got everything. I'm good. I can move
Fallout
on.
did that this year as well. Fallout 4. So if you
When
cleared
you
out
clear,
a house,
yeah, when you clear the bad guys
it told
out,
you it
yeah.
was clear. Like so, well, and like if you got all the good stuff out of there, like it said clear. Like once you.
And it doesn't respawn.
I mean, tin cans and shit respawn.
Okay.
But like
All
once
the good
you-
stuff.
Once you've cleaned it out, like
But it doesn't necessarily tell you when
You go into your map.
the items are clear. Like it's cleared from bad guys.
Is it?
Like you
I don't
take
know.
it over. I think it's specific.
Like you
that
took
all
over the
scavengers
base.
are out there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's more based on.
so when
that.
you go back in there, there'll never be enemies again.
I don't think so because
Huh.
it's cleared. Yeah,
I think
kinda
that's
like
undefined. Because I
Kind of like
guess
Assassin's Creed Syndicate. If you take over a certain part of that land, your gang now controls that land, and you're not going to see bad guys in that area anymore because your gang's taking it over.
So did Assassin's Creed tell you that your shit was clear? I guess I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, because it shows up on the map.
I just don't think we're gonna get this one the win, so I don't know if we need to talk about it anymore.
Mad Max, why dude? That's a good innovation,
It's okay.
right?
It's interesting.
It's a good innovation, yes.
I'm on Undertale. I think Undertale.
I'm on
the
Super
battle
Mario
system-
Maker. I'm thinking about that again. I'm really trying to convince myself that that's a good gameplay innovation.
It's like Little Big Planet 2.0, right?
I don't know. Like maybe it's not. Like I'm really trying to like decide if I'm missing something on that.
I don't think you're missing anything. I mean, the ease of use and the way they implemented a tool that they had. I mean,
I mean, for
they
me,
had the
I
tool.
use
It's just-
the gamepad all the time instead of the TV for Mario Maker. Like, I would just take the gamepad and go somewhere else. If something else was on TV, I wouldn't be using the TV or anything.
So what would we call it? What would get that? The game, like the level editor?
I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
So the innovation would be the level editor in Mario Maker.
Innovation is such a fucking tough thing to dial back.
I know,
Like,
sometimes
like
it's
I said
easy,
at the
like-
beginning, dude. It's like like you can't put the Assassin's Creed grappling hook in there because as an innovation.
Because it's been done to death.
Yeah.
Like, this has to be something that really hasn't been
The
done.
Undertale
before.
stuff sounds like it's never been done before.
that I've experienced in a
Or
video
me
game.
neither.
The battle system, like you said, Little Big Planet has done what Super
Right,
Mario Maker
exactly.
is doing now.
All right, Undertale. I'm
And
done.
like when you think of innovation, you think of something that
It's new. And
is new,
kind of
and
like
it's
interesting.
used in a new way, I guess.
Right.
as
And it's
well.
something that's going to probably be ripped off a lot.
Yeah, so expect to see now your RPGs are. Gonna
Yeah,
have
when
fucking
something's
video games.
innovative, you're going to get copied after.
Yeah, and I think people are going to steal this. There's
If,
no
if
question.
if they're not stealing that, they're gonna steal like the story branching that they've done in that game as well. So we're all on the same page. All right,
Yeah.
best gameplay innovation of 2015 in a video game. Undertale, a good indie game that you might not have heard of, and if you have heard of, you know exactly what we're talking about. But the battle system inside of there kind of engages you a little bit more than it.
And yeah,
than,
really exciting new way.
like just slapping a bunch of keys. So thank you guys for joining us for the best gameplay innovation of 2015.